Hi there and welcome to VOX Singing Academy's very first podcast, and today I have a very special guest with me, my most senior teacher, Ryan. How you doing today, Ryan?
Yeah, pretty good.
Fantastic.
Happy to be here.
Excellent. Fantastic. It's great to have you here. Now, in this first podcast, we're going to be talking about how to become the best singer that you possibly can be.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, very important.
Well, it is very important because that's why you're probably watching this podcast, really, if you're a singer. So, we'll kick it off. What are your tips to become the best singer that you possibly can be, Ryan? Let's start with maybe a beginner, and then we'll maybe go with someone that's already maybe had some lessons before. So we'll start the subject as a beginner to start with.
All right. So if you're a beginner, you need to have a goal or a vision. That's basically you need to have an idea of what you want to do and where you want to go with it. So if you're really passionate about it, if you want to do something, you've got to pick a genre or a style of music that you're singing and just go for it and learn how to sing it. And then once you've got that, that's going to drive you because all the hard times and all the practice, you'll have to have something to back you to go all the way.
Yeah. So your goal and your vision, your passion.
The passion,
really.
Yeah.
You got to have a passion for whatever you do in life, but especially if you love singing, and a lot of people do. They're very passionate about singing.
Well, my one was I wanted to be Daniel Johns. I wanted to be like
so that was your inspiration.
I never grew my hair long. I grew my hair long, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to join a band. I joined a band, and I played guitar and sang and I did all that stuff, and it drove me to learn everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So having a goal is really and
as silly as it was.
And that's not really silly because everyone's inspired by someone, so everyone has to be inspired by someone. So I know I was inspired by different people as well too. To sing, the Beatles were mine. But okay, so you got to have, first and foremost, so you got to have a purpose that's going to make you practice, because if it's a tough industry as well too. This industry as well too. Sometimes you're getting knocked back and doing whatever it is. But so then I think after that it is once you've got a passion, is learning songs that you thoroughly enjoy. And then sourcing. I think a great mentor and a great teacher. I think that's really important. Is one of the most important things. Is taking your voice to the next level, because they're going to teach you how to train your voice, and it's with anything that you're doing. If you want to do bodybuilding, or if you want to be a soccer player, you'd go and get a coach that's going to help you to go and do that to be the best that you can.
Being the best, you've got to go with the best. You really do. You have to, even if you can't go with someone that there's the best, find the next best person or find the next best thing that can teach you, and rise up to their standards. Because if you don't raise up to their standards, learn to do, or try to at least, you'll sort of always be on that sort of level, that slow gradient level. You might still be learning, but
you've got to have the drive as well. To your teacher has to be setting goals. And I know we always use the word expecting. We're always expecting the student next week to have improved or
expecting stuff of myself.
Exactly. You got to be the best version of yourself you can every single day. It doesn't matter about singing. But I think with then sourcing a teacher, your teacher most importantly needs to, I think, customize to the student's needs. Okay. So if they're doing R&B, they need to make sure that their voice is smooth. They're doing runs. If they're doing rock. So your teacher needs to customize and give you a scales workout that's going to be customized to your voice.
Don't give too many secrets away.
No. It needs to be customized to your voice, but it also needs to be customized to your range. And we also, I know we do it here at VOX Singing Academy, we tell the students what their range is on the very first lesson. And then we say, look, it's like an elastic band. We can expand it, but this is what you got to work with. We're probably going to get 4 or 5 notes higher, 4 or 5 notes lower. This is ultimately what you've got to work with, and these are the keys to songs that are going to best suit your voice, so that you're not leading them down the garden path and saying, hey, look, if someone comes in and say, oh, I'm inspired by sopranos and your voice is an alto, we're going to say, look, we need to sing some alto songs. So that's a very important thing.
I had a student say to me, I can't believe that I've got this scale now. This is going to help me warm up for that song I need, because they were given the wrong scales before. So they were given, I think it was lighter register scales, so area sort of warm-ups. And they needed to belt, they needed to get, so they didn't have any tools customized for them. So
tools is a big one.
And so it's not much, it's just one scale, and they were over the moon about it. It was just,
you got to have the tools.
Customized.
Look, I think that's what especially what we really specialise in, is we chat to the student on the first lesson, find out what they want to do.
Yeah.
We assess their voice, and then we give them relevant scales that are going to directly be implemented into their songs that they're already learning. I think that's vitally important, because I think there are and I don't want to be disrespectful to any other teachers, but there are a lot of teachers out there that just have a formulated way of teaching.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Right. I've gone to teachers.
I was going to be nice, but maybe
I've had singing lessons for a long time, and I remember when I was going to singing lessons, I reckon I had 2 out of 10 teachers that were actually good. And I suppose it's like even going to high school. When we're at high school and primary school, how many of your teachers, casting your mind back, going through primary school and high school, do you think actually really cared about you and your progression in that particular subject?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I can honestly say
maybe 3 for me.
2 in primary school and 1 in high school.
Yeah, high school I had 1. No, 2 2.
The rest were just there collecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, all I'm saying is that there are a lot of singing teachers out there that just give you their willy-nilly scouts. So I'm going to give you this for this. You know, but we customise to their needs, so they're seeing progress straight away.
I think a lot of that is to do with the industry that's still doing things that have been done for 1,000 years, like scales that don't really suit the modern type of singing. So modern singing is a lot more using true voice, basically.
Yes.
So we're using a lot more belt. We're using a lot more, like, basically it came from blues, rock and roll, American, history sort of singing. So before that, it was a little bit more like classical. So
it was. It was theatrical, and it went to folk.
So there's I think there's still a lot of people who are still thinking that syllabus is relevant. So I think there's a bit of that going on too. So.
that's for another podcast. We'll go into that for classical.
I'm still being nice.
For classical singers that have come in and want to be contemporary singers. So that is a bit of a contentious issue there as well too. So anyway, besides getting a fantastic workout, you have to apply this. So it's really important. We can give you all the skills that you want in the world. So you've got to source a great teacher that's going to give you the right skills. But I think practice is the most important thing.
You have to make it part of your life. I think that was the number one thing that I had to learn. I was like, I'll go and get a lesson. This is when I was really young. I'm getting lessons. Yeah. I was like, woo! And I'd be excited about that. And then I'd go home and be like, what's on TV? For a while I was fluffing around. Yeah. And I didn't realise that you had to make it part of your life. Even if it's 5 minutes, like just doing it with your headphones on, just going for a walk. Yeah.
You've got to set. I think we set times. I get my students to set times and alarms where they do it, and they've got to do
alarms,
it. All the time. This is what they do. This is just part of what I do as a singer.
Yeah.
And I say to my guys, you look at the most successful people. Michael Jackson. Yeah. He just practiced for hours and hours and hours.
I think that
the Beatles. I'm going to cut you off there. The Beatles,
good, yeah.
The Beatles were in Hamburg. They did 3 sets per day, every day for months.
Yeah.
To get better at songwriting and singing. Yes. Look up the Beatles. You're only going to get better by continual practice.
And also, I think
focused practice, Ryan.
I think setting a deadline as well. Because if you've got a tour coming up or an album to record, or if you just have to sing in front of a loved one or something,
undoubtedly,
that's going to drive that practice. So
that's why we run regular student concerts as well too, so that these guys have got to set dates before the next student concert.
I don't know if I'm ready. It's like, well, you'll get ready. It's like
you have to be ready. So
I'm not ready for it. It's like, we'll come along and watch, but we'll prepare. We'll prepare a song just in case, if you want to, So
anyway, back to the task. Practice. You've got to have focused practice. You've got to be standing there practicing properly, and also when you're in rehearsals or wherever it is, you've got to do it properly. Make the most of your time when you're practicing. Focus. Just say, this is my time. I'm going to do these scales and sing this, and put my whole being into it and my focus, and I'm going to give it my attention and get the best out of it, because that's the only way that you're going to get the best out of life and your singing is give it 110%, even if you're short on time. Just say, I'm going to do 10 minutes of scales, really focused, do it to the best of my ability, then I'm going to apply those scales directly into the songs that I'm learning here. And if you do that a little bit every day, and if you're only doing 20 minutes a day, in 3 weeks, you have to be feeling the
I think as well, to add to that, a lot of people back away from hearing their own voice, so they don't actually do 110. When they do their practice, sometimes what happens is they'll do it regularly, and then they'll go 50%, and they'll be doing it because they don't want anyone to hear. They'll be like,
oh well, let's go over that.
They'll be doing that. So
firstly, you have to be in an environment that you can sing. Comfortably wherever it is. At our studios, I know at my Brunswick studio, I have my door open, and we even have the front door open. It's going right out into the main road there. So
follow the music.
So it's also a great promotional tool for us as well too. But I always have the door open, so it's getting people acquainted. It doesn't matter who. I don't care who hears us sing, whether it's good or not so good. But we've got to have a place that you feel comfortable singing. You can do it every day.
Yeah.
And we've got to make sure that we're focused and coming to terms with your voice. Yeah. It's like your body shape. You could be skinny, you could be large bone, you could have curly hair, you could have straight. You've got to you've got to just say, this is what my voice is, this is the way it sounds, and let's do the best with what I can. That's with every situation. And I think a big thing moving on from that, I think talent, what people have got with natural talent. I know that most people that I know that are hugely successful have had a little bit of talent, but they've worked their absolute arse off to develop their skills so that they can become the best they can. All the guys that have got record contracts with me haven't just walked in and had 2 lessons and all got signed. They've worked and worked and worked and relentlessly worked.
I think I had a student tell me this last week. They've had a record deal like when they were, I think they're about 45 now. When they were 25 in LA, they stopped singing for ages, and she came back to lessons and she said, I never had anyone show me this technique. Like, where have you been all my life? She actually sent me a text saying that. I was like, well, this is... And I said, I'm just making it customized to you. But she goes, I know now if I have this technique, I'm on a bad day, I'll be able to cover that. Whereas I was just rocking up to studios, rocking up to gigs, hoping that everything would come out the way I want. So she was an advanced singer. She was a professional.
Preparation is a big one.
But she didn't know what was going on with her voice. She was just listening to the music and going for it. So when I showed her some technique, she was like, I know how to improve this. And she went from there. So.
Well, they've got to be feeling their voice as they're doing the scale. We start down low, and feeling that we're not supporting the diaphragm as much down low, then we're supporting it more up top, bigger mouth placements as we go towards the top as well too.
Well, just to finish on that one, she said that she had a structure she could fall back on if she was feeling bad.
You need to have.
So that's the main thing with the best singers.
Yes, you need to have a routine and structure. All of our singers have got a practice routine. Okay, I actually call it a regime.
A regime.
I do. You know that I call it a regime. It is. If you want to be the best, it's a war out there because there's someone else that's trying to get your gig, get that position on the X Factor or whatever.
It's pretty full.
There's a million other wolves out there. And you've got to come to that term. It is.
And you have to toe that line as well of being friendly and diplomatic.
Yes, but you've got to be the best that you possibly can. I haven't been doing this for 26 years. Just sitting back going, after 10 years I'm very successful. Let's just kick back. Let's just drink pina coladas. There's no way I'm ever going to do that.
So
I will never ever.
There's no cocktails after this?
No, there's no cocktails after this. We're going to be going to the gym and we're going to be working out to take it to the next level.
Well, you got the boxing bag out there.
I have. I like to keep fit. Right, let's stay on track here. So now back to what we're doing. So we've got a practice regime. You've got to be dedicated. You've got to be focused. You've got to be the best that you possibly can. So once we've done this, we've got to practice at home. We've got to make sure we're writing the best songs and trying to work with the best people and be involved with the best people that are going to take your singing to the next level.
People around you is big.
Whether that be even karaoke or amateur theatre. I know we've got some great amateur theatre associations here. Go to the better ones. Source the best ones.
Yeah, whoever you hang out with, you become.
Exactly.
So
it's very, very, very important.
So if you want good people, hang out with good people.
Exactly.
If you want good singers, to be a good singer, even if you're intimidated by them, like I used to be terrified by other musicians because I thought, I can never do that. Oh, no. Now I'm like, nah, I can be like that. I was like, it took me a while, but I got there.
The big thing with that, I've had that as well. So I've worked with some amazing musicians, and I've had some singers that have come in that are amazing as well. And it always lifts me to the next level. I need to raise the bar. I need to, and they will generally pull you up or they'll leave you. One of the two. So you've either got to catch up really, really quick. I think there's a success story of one of Australia's most famous singers, Jimmy Barnes, when his uncle, I think, Swanee, was originally in Cold Chisel. People probably don't know this, but he was originally in Cold Chisel, and he went off and wanted to do his own solo thing. And he said, "Look, my nephew is a great singer. Jimmy, I think you should audition him." They auditioned him apparently, and they said, "Oh, you're no good." They said, "Go away, get some lessons, practice," because he used to sing Led Zeppelin. Practice. We're going to keep on auditioning people, and come back in whenever it is, and we'll see how you go.
I didn't know that story.
2 or 3 weeks later, came back, he joined Cold Chisel. The rest is history. But he was no good.
Wow.
So they actually booted him out. They said, "No, you're no good. We're going to keep auditioning people."
Wow.
There's a little bit of history about one of Australia's best singers. I think Johnny Farnham's also a great example as well too. When he first started his career,
I don't know about this story.
He was,
this is
Sadie.
Okay.
So he started off he was a plumber.
His number one request when he's at live gigs.
and he's amazing. Probably undoubtedly the best vocalist Australia has or probably will ever produce.
Yeah, I've seen him twice, and he's always mind blowing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to a semi-professional singer that's coming. Maybe they've been doing it for a little while. I find that with these semi-professional singers that have reached a certain level of success, they need to raise the bar again. And again, new techniques. Giving them new techniques, pushing them more, saying this is what you can do. Your voice can go this high and do this. And I know I've seen it with my students. They can sing a C, and then 3 weeks later, 4 weeks, we'll do a slightly different crying scale, and we'll go up to D or D sharp. If you're doing the right technique, the voice should expand in the next couple of weeks to a month. Definitely. For sure. So I think the more advancing it needs new goals.
I always tell advanced guys like that, like, you're at this level, what you got to look for is those little 1%ers from now on. Just those little teeny tiny things that you're not happy with. That's where you've got to go. You've got to get that better. And keep pushing for that. Don't just go, oh, that's okay. You got to keep going for, and that's what I tell them. That's the 1% theory.
1%, exactly. So looking in the mirror is a great one.
And they're the hardest percentages.
So looking in the mirror is a great one. For students, look in the mirror, watch your form.
Absolutely.
Watch what you're doing.
If you can sing to yourself, you can sing to pretty much almost anyone.
I think it's a technique that every singer should be doing.
It's the hardest one.
Because you can also monitor yourself.
Absolutely.
What's my posture like? Should I adjust my posture? Is it? What's my breathing like? Is my neck tightening up? Is my mouth articulating? And whatever it is, you can see what you're doing. Recording yourself, I think, is a big one. Record yourself doing scales. Record yourself singing. Pick yourself up. Was I pitchy there? If you're pitchy, you can't fix it. Ask your teacher, because you should be able to fix it straight away. I've got a student. We'll call him a semi-famous student in a band called Dream on Dream, and he's now singing a lot of their cleaner stuff. He's got some slight pitching issues, and he's come in, given him some scales. It's really gone to the next level. So go to your mentor, go to your teacher, and say, hey, I've got this issue, because if your teacher's good enough, and I had a student come in during the week, and he said, Peter, I've got 3 questions for you, and I went, there's nothing I can't answer. Hit me with it, bang, and it was done. And we fix things straight away. That's what we are. And I train you guys up to be vocal mechanics. We're there just to fix things and improve things and get this machine running as best as we can.
In a way, it's almost to the point where it's just common sense, because it's almost like, in some ways, You're just basically going, how can I make this person the best they can be, whatever it is.
This is rocket science, guys.
Yes,
There's millions of people out there. It's not. And one of the big things, Ryan, is that when I went to lessons early on, I found I had so many teachers saying, oh, you know, the vocal cords, you know, the avalaryngeal muscles come in perpendicular, and it's like, that's great if I'm having an issue with that.
Yeah.
But people make it into some sort of science, and it's not.
Yeah.
Breathe through your diaphragm. The right amount of air supports underneath the vocal cords, supporting the right amount of air underneath the vocal cords to get the right pitch.
Yeah.
Your mouth has to articulate, because if you don't use it, it's not going to sound any good.
It's got to get out of the way, basically.
Yes.
Right.
And just practice.
Yeah.
You know, you can have talent. And I can honestly tell you, I've worked with a lot of extremely talented people that are doing construction. Thousands.
Yeah, there'd be heaps of them.
Thousands.
Yeah.
That are now doing construction. Okay? Talent is only going to get you so far.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Skill is going to get you to the next level.
Yeah.
Skill and dedication is going to get to the next level. And practicing and being focused. You know, people go, oh, you know, I'm going to do this. I work every day.
Yeah.
I don't have a day off. You know, I don't like to have a day off. I don't like to have a day off. You know why? I lose momentum.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I love going away on holidays. I'm not going to do it. I have 2-3 weeks off and go away. And you know, it takes me, and that's with everyone.
Yeah.
It takes me 1, 2, 3 to get back into momentum.
Yeah.
I don't have a Sunday off.
Yeah.
I don't, because then I have to wind back up on Monday.
Absolutely. No, you've got to stay ahead of everything. I don't know how you do it, actually, personally. It's amazing.
Well, that's it. We'll talk about that on a future podcast.
Yeah.
Because to get the best out of your life, you've got to be in the best condition that you possibly can, physically, mentally, and you've got to want to be the best that you can.
Yeah.
Now, we want to be the best that we can, and we are the best in Australia. Do you know what I mean? We are.
When I started,
Ryan,
we are. I know we are.
People fly from interstate to see us.
I've been doing it for a while now, and I can't tell you. The more I learn, the more that I learn, it's just easy for me to see now the value that I see in.
But we never stop learning.
No, but it keeps going, and I can't get my head around the fact that it's just. Yeah, I've got something to offer people that I'm just really grateful to be able to offer this stuff to other people.
It's a great thing to change people's lives.
Yeah, it
is. I'm going out tonight.
I
come down to a venue in the city. I'm going to see two of my bands play tonight.
No, because when I was just going to say, because when you're good at something, sometimes if you have confidence, like when I was in part, I had confidence issues. You don't value what you can offer other people as much as you should. But I'm at that point the last 2 years where I'm like, I've got really good value to offer a lot of people, and I'm actually, it's not an ego thing. It's just I'm here to help people, and that's where I'm at.
It's great. It's great to do it. I love doing it. It's fantastic. As I said, I've got 2 students playing tonight at a venue, and I'm going to go down and see them. One of them's got a record contract. One's close to getting a record contract, and it's great to see people achieving their dreams and their goals like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great feeling.
It's pretty cool.
And
it's pretty cool.
You know, yes, we make a good living out of it, which is the perk of it. But to help people is the best thing, and to change the world and to make the world a better place. Is an amazing thing. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what gets me out of bed every day. That's why I'm so pumped up.
I can see. Yeah,
it is.
You're always like this though.
But you've got to live like that. It's not a podcast make you bring comfort. So
I'm a bit of a slow. I get going. I'm like a roller.
Well, you're a Taurus.
I'm like,
you're a bull, so you sort of take a little bit of a while to get up.
I'm one of those big boulders like on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Once it gets going, it doesn't stop.
Takes everything out.
Yeah, and then it just stops. At the
end. We should wrap things up here. Okay. So, is there anything else that you want to wrap up with?
I was gonna say like all this stuff is all good, but you got to be happy with what you do. You got to love what you do. If you're doing it and it's like, oh, this is hard work, you're not saying that. You got to be happy. You got to love what you're doing. You got to choose songs that you love. You got to find your passion in it.
Undoubtedly.
And you got to keep just moving through those hard times, because there are some hard times and you go, oh, I don't want to do practice today. I want to do this.
Just taking it back, Ryan. You've got to have. It doesn't matter what it is in life.
Yeah. You got to keep the vision.
You've got to have a passion for it, because Dedication is only going to take you so far, but before you go, oh man,
discipline's good,
I'm deflated. Discipline's a big one. Discipline just gets stuff done. But you've got to have a passion, and you've got to enjoy what you're doing. You've got to thoroughly enjoy it.
It has to be like it's the heart. You've got to have that in there. So.
You do, and that's like when I'm employing teachers as well too. When I employ them, they've got to be passionate about it.
You got to.
They've got to love what they're doing.
You have to have the joy. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, this year I've read through 130 resumes this year, and I've made 7 phone calls, and I've done 3 interviews this year. And I still haven't found anything.
That would have been fun.
I'm not gonna settle for second best. They have to be totally wide and passionate and want to be able to give the best they can within the lesson.
Yeah. And also,
but that's a big thing.
Yeah,
you've got to have a passion.
It's hard because
don't do it, guys. Don't do it if your parents are saying you should do this, or I want you to do it. Because a lot of parents have got unfulfilled dreams that they put onto their kids, and it's BS. Don't do it, guys. Find your passion. It doesn't matter whether it's singing, whether it's kickboxing, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's guitar, whether it's hairdressing, whatever it is. Find your passion, because that's going to make you want to get out of bed. You've got to have something that's going to get you out of bed.
Yeah, and just in one thing, closing statement, performing on stage, there's no greater feeling. I've had a few good on-stage feelings. What? No, I'm not going there. But basically, there's something about it when you're on stage and you know that you're performing to people and you just feel great, and you come off the stage and you go, yeah, I want more of that. Where can I get more of that? That's good stuff.
It's a great feeling.
That's the other part of.
It's amazing to affect people's lives like that. Definitely.
And that's the other side of it. Once you're performing and doing that stuff, that's the other thing that you don't think about when you're learning at the start, because you haven't really got that level yet.
You don't want to get addicted to that, because it has wrecked a lot of people's careers, where they get hooked onto that ego thing and then they come back down off that high. You know, there's nothing.
No, it's more about
giving to people.
So it's a contract, like the audience and you.
It is.
And making sure it's balanced.
It is. Last week I went to see an American band that was out here, and again, one of my guys was supporting this American band, and I went up to the lead singer of this American band and after the show, and I said, I want to say thank you. I'm not a fanboy or anything like that, so I want to say thank you for all of the joy that you have given me over the years. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I gave him a big hug, and that was it.
That's pretty cool.
And I just said, I want to say thank you for giving me so much joy over the years, continually, because I can put your music on.
Yep.
And he said, that's what it's about. He said, that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
And then he said, check out my new album. But that's really what it's about. It's about giving. It's about us giving as well too.
Yeah.
You know, every lesson we want to try to.
That's the role of a performer. Like, I feel like when I'm teaching, I'm sort of giving all the time like that. But like, that's the profession.
Even if they're only going and doing karaoke, they're making a difference in life. Even if they're just singing at carols.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if they're doing amateur theatre. Even if they're singing to their kids.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I recorded a. Sorry, I keep talking.
The thing about singing is it makes you feel good.
Yeah, there's a little girl I teach. She's 6 years old, and she's got a grandmother in India. So she had a song she wrote. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was about Amma, because it's Amma is Indian for grandma.
Yep.
So she wrote this. She can hardly write. And she wrote it all out. She sang it with a melody. She made her own melody. I was like, I'm just putting some guitar chords to this.
Wow.
I recorded some guitar chords, and we just recorded it, and I emailed it, and they sent it to over there. She's like a hit over there in the family over there. It's like,
exactly.
So she's going to sing it over there live.
Fantastic. Natural talent. You came in, helped them out. That's what we do.
I just thought, that's what you got to do. You just
great.
I didn't even. It's not part of the syllabus, but I just did it.
Great initiative doing that. That's what we want to do. We always want to go the extra mile with what we do.
And she's and
how many times
made my grandmother happy. You know?
How many times I know I've spoken to you, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and you say I've just finished teaching.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
Yeah.
And that's why you're one of the best.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, mate.
You are. Because you go the extra mile, and we're going to wrap things up, guys. I hope that has helped you out. I'm sure that it has with those tips that we've given you there. And thank you for coming in, Ryan. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Always happy to help. Always happy to talk. And thanks. Thanks for everything you do. You know, this is a great idea. And sending the message out to the people is what we do.
It is. We want to give away free content, and we want to make the world a better place, and hopefully and just help people achieve their dreams and goals.
So if I could just say one last thing, just because I feel like this is really important. If you want to help the world, if you're doing music, learning to listen is a big thing. Whatever it is, just listen in general, listening to people. If someone's talking, you're like, I'm listening to you. Just listen and you'll become a better singer instantly just by listening a lot more. It's a really simple concept, but I don't think a lot of people do it.
I think this first podcast has brought up a lot of topics that we're going to be discussing more so in the future.
Yeah.
Listening is a skill that should be taught at school.
Absolutely.
That's not.
Yeah.
We're taught we're taught to retain information, but to truly listen to someone. I have a close friend of mine. His skill in listening is amazing.
Yeah.
And he is the best listener that I have, and he fully gets involved and directly faces you, and it's a really big thing to listen.
Yeah. It's one of those things where
even listen to the dull and ignorant, because you never know what you're going to pick up. They might just give you a little bit of advice, or even someone that you're not interested in, or maybe that you're...
Yeah, I had someone tell me that when I was 16, my first guitar teacher. He said, if a homeless person in the street gives you a bit of advice, you take it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Not necessarily take it, but listen to it.
What level they are.
Listen to it.
Yeah, listen to it.
Because they might say, hey, join me down.
Yeah, but you listen to it. You don't
listen to it, and then you make your decision on that.
Absolutely, and that's what I was going with, basically, on the same level. I feel like if everyone listens to each other more... Jerry Seinfeld said it once. He goes, a lot of people are just walking around, looking around. They're not really listening to anything. Yeah. And a lot of people that are, they're just sort of listening to their own voice in their own head constantly. And that's a problem we all probably have at some time. So
it's something that I've really tried to work on, and I know I've interjected into this here quite a few times.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, when they're having a conversation with you, you're halfway through your line, and I know because I'm a mind reader, is they're already thinking about what they're going to fire back to you, and I haven't even finished my line. Now again, it's another podcast we're going to go into, but I'm an empath. I can nearly read people's minds.
Yeah.
And so I already know that I'm only halfway through my line, but you're already trying to think about what you're going to fire back. And what you're going to fire back, you haven't finished my line. So just finish, and then take it in. And then come back. But
it's about being in the moment too, and that's what.
And making your decision on it as well too. Think about it, making your decision in a clear mind, not being upset. But I
feel like that's the same thing as singing. Singing is like it's like almost learning to run. When you learn to run, it's actually you're falling forward and collecting yourself. I feel like singing is the same thing. Every moment you sing, you're in a constant state of fixing and listening.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen. The band member might pull out a wrong chord, and you've got to adjust and do that, or the timing changes, so you can't just go boom like that. You have to listen all the way through a song, and that's the same metaphor for life.
Yep.
So
it is listening to a song, listening to the chords of a song, staying in key is a very important thing. Just listening. We want to listen. We don't want to hear. Being a singer, we don't want to hear. We don't want to go, I'm waiting for something to happen. You just want to observe and listen to the chords, listen to what's happening, listen to yourself. Because if you say, I want to hear this, you have to stop and focus on that. You're just hearing in the background. So I think listening is a very big thing to do with singing. Take care of your hearing, guys, out there as well too. When you're at gigs,
definitely
put some blockers in. Your hearing's so important as a singer. What'd you say?
Good one. So, have you seen August Rush?
Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie, great movie. It's all about this kid that has amazing hearing. He just hears everything. It's a great film. It's a bit, but it's good though. It's a good message, and I sort of take that on board with life. So like, if you listen enough, you can help the world, be a better place.
I think the main thing is...
If you hear both sides of the story, then you're not going to be in conflict. You can sort of find a resolution.
Is be the best version of you. And this is if you sing. And I say this to all of my students, is I'm here to get the best out of your voice. I know that you love Robert Plant or Mariah Carey or Michael Jackson, and that's great. and use them as a benchmark, as a beacon as inspiration.
Yeah.
But get the best out of your voice. Be the best version of you that you can be.
And don't judge it.
And don't judge it, because then you can go to bed at night.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you've worked hard and given that day the best you can, you deserve to go to bed and rest.
Yeah, and you're allowed to make mistakes. As long as they're not the same ones over and over.
You got to learn from your mistakes. But mistakes are great, guys. The only way that you're going to learn and become a better person is by mistakes and failure. Don't be afraid to fail and make a mistake.
Absolutely.
We've all gone up on stage and sung bung notes.
Yeah.
And that just drives us better to not sing like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to use it as fuel for the fire.
You've got to. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm reading Thomas. I'm reading a sort of, I don't know whether it's a biography. It's a biography, not an autobiography. That Thomas Edison. He had 3,000 fails.
Wow.
Making the electrical light bulb.
Wow.
And he always used to write down, and he used to keep a journal. And his assistant on the 99th fail said, "You're a fail, I'm not doing it." And he nearly blew them both up on the 99th. And he goes, "I know what you're writing." He goes, I'm writing in my journal about what not to do.
Yeah.
And also I found an explosive device that might be of use in the future."
Yeah.
That was 99, Ryan.
Yeah.
He had 3,000 attempts to make that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 3,000 attempts. Most of us would have given up after 5 or 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a clear vision and a passion about what he wanted to do, and that's with you as well too.
Yeah.
Have a clear, defined passion. Write it down.
Yeah.
Put it on the board. When you wake up, you see it.
Yeah. That's a very good idea. Yeah.
Look at all the stuff that's written on my boards.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see a lot of the.
That's memorabilia there. But you look in my office there. I've got lots of stuff written on there, and I see it all the time. It's on my fridge.
You write it on your hand.
It's on my fridge. Yeah, I've got it on my hand. P&H on my hand.
Yeah.
It's there. You know.
That's good.
Presence, positivity, and happiness. It's written on my hand. So I've always got that. So.
Yeah. So I guess I believe to be the best singer, you've got to have the goal, and that's what you were talking about. You've got to follow through with it, and you've got to do all the practice, make mistakes, get better, and then perform and just enjoy it and enjoy the experience. And you've got to love it.
You've got to go out there and you've got to go out there and do it.
I can't tell you how many singers that are really fantastic and they just won't take that step, and that's all that. You know, they're so scared of.
Well, again, that's another podcast that we're going to do. You know, let's start off small.
Yeah.
Let's we start off singing at home.
Yeah.
Start in front of your friends.
Yeah.
In front of your then we go to karaoke.
Yeah.
And then we go to open mic nights. Yeah. And then we rehearsal with the band, whatever it is.
I remember one time I was practicing.
But you've got to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry to intervene there, but a big thing, again, we've got so many topics that we're going to be talking about in the future, we can be here forever. You've got to face your fears. You're never going to grow and become the best version of you without facing your fears.
Yeah. You have to know what they are as well.
You're not.
Yeah.
You know, jumping out of a plane was one of my. I'm scared to just I was painting the gutters up here, and I was just going, oh my God, I'm going to fall. I've now jumped out of a plane 5 times.
Gee, I haven't done that.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I remember the second time.
I don't know if I could do that.
The first time was with some friends. The second time was with an ex-partner, and then my daughters. They said, "Dad, we're seeing you jumping out. We want to do this," and they're 12. And I'm going, I said, oh great. I think you have me 6, 7 times doing it. And I rang them up in front of them. I made the mistake of doing it in front of them with the loudspeaker on. And I said, oh, what's the age limit that you can jump out of an aeroplane? They said 12. I went, and they go, yeah. So as soon as they turned 12 on their 12th birthday, it was like I had to jump out of a plane with them again twice. It's like,
oh man,
you know. But it's something that I thoroughly enjoy now. It's a great rush. It's amazing. I enjoy doing that. I've got a friend.
You've gone through the terror, and now the enjoyment's there. Yeah.
And if you get up on stage, the more that you do it, the better you'll be at it.
Yeah.
You know, you've just got to continually do that and rehearse and make sure that you're prepared. Preparation is the main thing. Never, and we always want our students to be prepared for every lesson.
Yeah.
I get upset at my students if they come in with nothing.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know. I've seen it.
Be prepared. Bring the lyrics. Bring what you've got to bring. What did I tell you last week? Because I can't be the best version of me in my lesson if you don't come prepared. It's like a football player not coming with their football boots.
It's true.
Be prepared. So preparation is a big thing. Make sure you're prepared before you go up on stage. Can I sing every single note? Have I rehearsed this 110%? If not, don't get up on stage. Be prepared.
Preparation settles nerves. Because you know deep down inside, those nerves are there because you're not prepared.
110%.
Yeah, so that's a big thing,
110%.
And you'll still have a little bit of nerves, but then that's just the last minute.
You've always got to have a little bit of nerves. I think that gives you that drive. And you've got to use the nerves. Once you get those nerves, you're ready. I was reading about Bruce Springsteen as well too. He still gets nervous. He still gets anxious.
I do too.
And then he knows he's ready. He goes, I'm ready now. He goes, this is telling me that I'm ready. So you've got to use that. Yes, I'm ready. To give you best performance. And generally, always that first song is always like you get the rust off. The first song, and then the second song. Should be in there. You know, the whole band get the
warm up song.
The warm up song. It's a very important song though. The first song is effing important because the whole crowd has got your attention. You're up on stage and you've got to make sure your first song is on.
And super easy.
Not super easy. It doesn't have to be super easy. You need to make sure you can pull it off because that's the one time in the performance that you've got the whole attention of the crowd.
I meant more super easy for that person's level. So it's not something.
You want to be confident in your abilities that you can get up on stage and the whole crowd's going to just
easy for someone else is hard for someone else. So
you want to have I wouldn't say easy. You got to have confidence in your abilities. We've got to wind things up line here.
Thanks for that. That was good.
No, do you want to end up with? Do you want to finish with anything else?
No, I think I've summed it all up. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that.
I think we've given.
I think we've talked enough.
We have, and it's great because I think we've got a lot of subject matter that we're gonna do in future.
It's a big issue. It's a big issue. How do you be a best singer?
Podcasts. We've through this. We've covered I think 7 or 8 that I've made a mental note, and I'm going to jot these down. We'll do these in the future, and it's going to be a pleasure to do this with you in the future, Ryan. And I'll see you at the next podcast.
Make sure there's a cocktail there.
Cocktail, mate. When you deserve a cocktail, we'll have one. But we've got to work hard. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
It's that thing at the end of the week.
So you're still on the dish. That's
I haven't watched. I've got a big beautiful TV there, Ryan. As you can see, I haven't watched the game. We're nearly a third of the way through the season. I haven't warranted myself to watch a game of football.
Wow.
I haven't been deserved.
Wow.
I said when I am, I'll watch a game because I've got my online course. I'm writing my book. I've got other things that I've got to do. My meditation, but I haven't watched a whole game yet this year. Yes.
Wow.
I'm not going to give myself that. That's how disciplined I am. I'm not going to give myself that.
You know that.
And until I'm.
That's because you love Geelong.
I do love Geelong. You see the memorabilia back there.
Yeah, you got three of them up there.
3. We've won 3 grand finals through. Then they've won that through success. You know, I've learnt from that team.
That's good sacrifice.
It is. But I want to succeed. There are certain things in my life that I want to succeed in, that I want to take to the next level. And sitting around drinking pina coladas and partying is not going to get me there.
How did you know?
Because if I'm doing that, someone else is working hard and is on my tail. I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to settle for second best. I'm not.
I meant more, how did you know I like pina coladas?
We were out.
Was it really?
We were out drinking one night.
Oh, was that a
karaoke? We had pina coladas.
Oh, gee, okay.
Yeah, I like pina coladas too. So let's not get into our nightlife activities, but pina coladas are great. I think you should always reward yourself. Always. Okay, but I think a lot of people reach, they just reach the end of the week and they go, hey, I'm gonna. Have you worked hard enough to deserve to go out? I know I have this week. I'm going to go out tonight. I'm going to socialise with my friends tonight and some students, and I've earned that. But I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to be working back hard tomorrow again. First thing, I'll be up, working hard and achieving again.
I have to say, it's hard to stay up with your bar, your but your standard is very, very.
We'll go into that. We'll do a
very good standard.
We'll do a podcast.
I'll just say that.
Because it's a package. It's not just. It's not just the
standard.
energy. It's what you eat. It's how you exercise. You've got to be in great health.
Absolutely.
If you're not in great health, you can't be the best singer.
Absolutely.
Health is big. There's another topic we're gonna cover.
Oh, that's huge.
It is.
That's the one. When I started teaching, I had to give up a lot of stuff. I had to give up a lot of foods and late nights and this and that.
Exactly.
Lifestyle. Yeah.
It's a big thing for touring bands. You know, you think it's not easy being in a touring band.
Yeah.
It's not all that partying and drugs and girls and booze. These guys have got gig after gig and there's no booze. It's getting sleep. It's because you've got to wake up and do interviews and do press the next day and do meet and greets.
Yeah.
And people are depending on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know that show there. It's the middle show out of in Heart's Wake. You're doing like 300 shows and stuff. You know, and there are 160. They're 160th show. And that person that turns up to that show, they don't care about the 160 shows that you've done.
Yeah.
They don't care about the 100 that you've got to do. They're there. They want the best performance on that day.
Yeah, you're only as good as your next show.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Ryan, we're going to cut it off because if we keep on going, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure,
Yeah,
mate. We've got heaps of topics that we're going to discover and work through with this podcast. So, guys, look out for more podcasts. And we're going to sign it here. Be the best you can. Chase your dreams. Practice hard. And you will be the best singer that you possibly can be. Okay, signing off. Thanks, Ryan.
See you guys.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
VOX Singing Academy!
Thank you for watching. If you've found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn more about your voice, please post your questions in the comments below. If we pick out one of your questions to do a video segment for, you will win a free lesson with myself or one of my fantastic singing teachers. So until next time, aim high, chase your dreams, believe in yourself, and have fun singing.